how long it's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It looks like they turned it
You know
off.
what, it's gonna
Okay.
go on for for several more years. That's not gonna go away.
Should I?
Audience remains.
Okay. Audience remains standing. Color guard, advance.
You're gonna have to speak up a little louder.
Yeah.
We'll practice. One more.
I was gonna say, couldn't I use that?
Pledge
Yeah.
to,
Two.
and then you
I
can
can
go around
join.
to that side.
Okay.
And Mr. Shepherd will join you. They'll talk to you a minute. They'll say who's going to dismiss them. You come back around, and then you can say color guard dismissed. And then, you go first. As soon as he crosses you, you go behind him. And that's it. We're pretty much done. But then I think some of you wanted to stay for citizenship in the community, right? Okay.
And your signs were good. I can't believe they were sending your printing. I know it's changed, but.
Okay.
It'll probably work pretty well.
Okay. So you want to quick dismiss them because we have a minute.
Color guard dismissed.
Flip over the line and the water. I've got like 20 of those.
Dustin, you can come back.
Yeah. Audience. Let me say audience.
Yeah, you can say that. Yes.
They just have to wait.
Yeah, no, they did it great.
Yeah, after the pledge, you can say audience.
They had a good time. They enjoyed it very
And
much.
they provided just the right break between all of them. Serious and that.
I had lots of,
Serious.
I had lots of compliments. Lots of compliments.
And I love to see little kids just so confident. Not your hands yet, it's not even, but just confident.
That kid, I think I was trying like this.
It's just pushing here. Where he
She
goes.
will.
That's okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the regular city council meeting. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026, and it's 7 p.m. Regular meetings are generally held on the first and third Tuesday of each month in city council chambers here at City Hall. City Clerk, please take roll.
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Genoway?
Here.
Councilmember Winstead?
Present.
Councilmember Otto?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Jennings?
Here.
Mayor Johns?
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Farshad, I don't see, is he here? Oh, there he is. Farshad Jahed of Baha'i Community of Laguna Niguel to provide this evening's invocation, followed by Boy Scout Pact 772 to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All rise.
O thou merciful God, O thou who art mighty and powerful, O thou most kind Father, these servants have gathered together, turning to thee, supplicating thy threshold, desiring thine endless bounties from thy great assurance. They have no purpose save thy good pleasure. They have no intention save service to the world of humanity. O God, make this assemblage radiant, make the hearts merciful, comfort the bounties of the Holy Spirit, endow them with the power from heaven. Bless them with heavenly minds, increase their sincerity, so that with all humility and contrition, they may turn to thy kingdom and be occupied with service to the world of humanity. O kind Father, comfort thy blessings. Consider not our shortcomings. Shelter us under thy protection. Endow us with thy providence. Thou art the powerful. Thou art the giver, and thou art the beneficent.
Audience, please remain standing. Color guard, advance. Please place your right hand on the heart. Those in uniform may salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2.
Okay, you can be seated and everybody stay there. We'll come down to the well and say hello and take some pictures. All right. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Nice job. Thank you. Great job. Thank you. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Thank them very much. Thank you, guys. Let's go ahead and move back so we can get you in the pictures and we can all be seen. Okay, I'm going to ask you your name, what school you go to, and what your favorite thing about scouting is. We'll start with you.
My name is Hudson. I go to Journey School, and my favorite thing about scouting is camping.
You can introduce yourself as well.
My name is Wade Shepard. I'm the Scoutmaster for Troop 772, longtime resident of Laguna Niguel. Love it here, and happy to help these boys flourish in this wonderful city.
My name is Justin. I go to Capistrano Valley High School, and my favorite part about scouting is being with my peers and participating in community events.
My name is Kyle. I go to Capistrano Valley High School, and my favorite thing is the teamwork.
All right, well, thank you. Let's take some pictures. Squeeze it in. I'll stand next to you.
the end, I think.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right, who's going to dismiss us?
Color guard dismissed.
All right, let's give one more hand. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll stay here. We got one presentation. Let me get my glasses on. This evening, we had two presentations scheduled. However, please note that tonight's planned presentation to recognize Colonel Jason C. Armas as the outgoing commanding officer of the 1st Military Regiment will be rescheduled for a future date, as he is unfortunately called away for military business. We look forward to recognizing him soon. Now, our sole presentation this evening is the proclamation of the National Poppy Day. To accept this proclamation, I'd like to invite the members of the American Legion Auxiliary in attendance tonight with us to join us here in the well. Come on down. Thank you. No. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Who are we presenting to? Just you gonna hold it? Is there, oh, Martha, that's right. We're presenting to Martha. All right.
Paul, once you get in there, I'll take pictures for you.
Poppy chair. All right. Okay, we all sit here? Okay. May 22nd, 2026 is designated as National Poppy Day, a day to recognize the importance of honoring those who have worn our nation's uniform. Poppy Days have become a familiar tradition in almost every American community, a day in which poppies are worn and displayed as a symbolic tribute to our fallen and to the future of living veterans and service members. The distribution of the bright red memorial flower to the public is one of the oldest and most widely recognized programs of the American Legion Auxiliary, connecting the visual image of the poppy with the sacrifice of service made by veterans. Has also become an important goal of the American Legion Auxiliary Poppy Program since the inception in 1921. At the end of World War I, the American Legion family adopted the poppy as the official flower and as a symbol of freedom to symbolize the blood sacrificed by U.S. troops in war times. The symbolic use of the poppy comes from the poem In Flanders Field, which movingly begins, "In Flanders Field, the poppy blow, between crosses, row on row." These words refer symbolically to the poppy that sprung up in the churned up earth of the newly dug soldiers' graves over the part of Belgium and France. Wearing a poppy on National Poppy Day or during the month of May is meant to unite citizens from across the country who decide to show their patriotism, and we are proud to do that here in Laguna Niguel. Now I, Mayor Gene Johns, on behalf of the Laguna Niguel City Council, do hereby proclaim and support the designation of May 22nd, 2026 as National Poppy Day. Further commending the American Legion Unit 281 for their support of veterans and active duty service members, and encouraging all citizens, residents, and visitors of Laguna Niguel to join in observing this day to honor every service member who has died in the name of liberty, freedom, and democracy, while also showing their support for living veterans, service members, and their families. I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to ask if you'd like to say a few words.
Just thank you, Mayor Johns, and the City of Laguna Niguel for recognizing National Poppy Day and the work of the American Legion and the American Legion Auxiliary in service to both veterans, active service members, and their families. Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you so very much for what you do. I've lived here almost 12 years, and this is one of my favorite things to do is be with you guys on Memorial Day to remember those who have sacrificed and given so much so that we have the freedoms that we do here in this country. So thank you for everything that you guys do. We really, truly appreciate it. And let's get some pictures. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, with that, we'll go back up to the dais. Okay, we'll now move on to public comments. Any person wishing to address the City Council is asked to complete and present a gold request to speak form, like this one. These forms are available on the counter near the entry door of the council chambers. Please be aware that the time limit will be 3 minutes for each person to speak. This is a time for members of the public to share comments with the City Council. The Brown Act does not allow the City Council to respond to speakers at the meeting. However, City staff will follow up and respond to questions or provide information needed. Speakers will be called in the order from the request to speak form. To allow equal time for speakers, minutes may not be given to another speaker. You may have another person read your written statement. City Clerk, are there any other requests to speak?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, we'll call Gina Minnick Bull.
Evening, Mayor and City Council members. Yes, my name is Jenna Minnick-Bull, and I'm the director at South Coast Conservatory. We have called Laguna Niguel our home since 1998, and for nearly 35 years, we have been serving Orange County as one of the premier performing arts training centers. And it is a pleasure to share with you some of these major milestones that we have recently had and invite you to our upcoming events. In the past few months, SEC has seen some incredible growth. This past March, we officially expanded with a second location, a partnership with V&T Classical Dance Academy in Laguna Hills. And to support this growth, we've entered into a strategic partnership with Momentum Youth Brands. This is a national network focused on youth development. Furthermore, our nonprofit Golden State Dance Foundation is being renamed South Coast Conservatory Alliance, and our mission is focused on workforce development, ensuring that performing artists have the training and resources to secure living wage jobs in the industry. So we bridge the gap between elite training and sustainable employment by transforming dancers into educators, performers, and administrators. And the heart of our summer is our summer festival. It's June 6th through the 20th. And it's a vibrant celebration of our local youth right here, about 700 performers and about 4,000 attendees, primarily at Capo Valley High School and our Laguna Niguel location, including an aerial showcase called At the Hop, June 6th and 7th, a Cinderella Ballet at Capo Valley High School on June 13th and 20th, and Wonderland, which is a culmination of all the programs that we serve our communities, such as musical theater, aerial arts, and dance. But we are more than just a performing arts school. We're a pipeline for professional resources and success. Our alumni have reached prestigious institutions like Juilliard, Cirque du Soleil, San Francisco Ballet, and more. Beyond the stage, though, we remain committed to accessibility. Over the last 8 years, we have awarded more than $350,000 in scholarships to local families. By providing high-quality training and career opportunities for instructors, we're actively strengthening the culture and economic fabric right here in South OC. We invite the Laguna Niguel community to experience the power of arts this June. Details are on the flyers provided, and you can find the full schedule on the QR code. But I want to thank all of you for your continued support of local arts, youth creativity, and the future of performing arts right here in this region. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, are there any additional requests to speak?
There are none.
Public comments are now closed. We'll now move on to the consent calendar. Are there any items to be pulled from the consent calendar for questions or discussion by the council? No. Okay, seeing there are none, can I get a motion and a second? Winstead, because the motion out of the second, please vote. Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Motion carries. Tonight we have one discussion item, and that is the recodification of the Laguna Niguel Municipal Code, Title V updates. Assistant City Manager Martin, will you please introduce this item?
Yes, good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. This evening, I'll be providing an update on Title V of the Comprehensive Municipal Code Update and Recodification Project. This project, as you know, aims to complete a comprehensive update to the city's municipal code since it hasn't been fully updated since original adoption, resulting in a code that's inconsistent and outdated with current state law and actual city practices, as well as in meeting modern code formatting and editorial standards. To date, the city's contractor, American Legal Publishing, has completed a comprehensive technical, legal, and editorial analysis, and city staff has worked very closely with the city attorney's office to further refine and revise areas of the code to most accurately reflect current city practices, organizational structure, and applicable state law. To review, throughout all titles of the Comprehensive Municipal Code, including Title V tonight, there are two types of updates. The first type of updates are those considered to be non-substantive. Essentially, they're technical, administrative, or editorial, and do not alter any policy intent. They serve to professionalize the code. The second type of updates are somewhat subject-specific and are being classified as substantive because they're more targeted to the individual municipal code titles, ensuring consistency with laws and practices while removing unnecessary redundancies. These particular updates focus on clarity and consistency, yet do not represent a comprehensive policy rewrite. Title V of the Municipal Code places focus on business regulations and special licenses. To begin, obsolete and outdated references to the Uniform Building Code have been updated to now reference the 2025 California Building Code and related codes. Several obsolete definitions have been removed and/or relocated elsewhere in the code due to no longer being relevant, and as a result, requiring the existing listing of businesses required for special licensure to be updated as well. Clarification and designation has been provided that the city manager or their designee is the issuing officer for licenses issued pursuant to Title V, and clarification has been provided regarding the Orange County Sheriff's Department's ability to aid and assist in investigations, verifications, and other legal aspects of license application review. On this slide, provisions related to fees and their amendment by the City Council have been updated to also include payment and collection requirements for the commencement of a licensed business to continue. Clarification is provided regarding the duration of a business license validity period, and the removal of the phrase good moral character was offset by reference to state law such as the California Business and Professional Codes. The update also clarifies that simply filing a business license application does not automatically authorize operations, which must officially receive approval first through the application review process. Further, notice procedures and hearing rights for license suspensions and revocations have been clarified and further detailed. And similar to prior discussed titles of the code, the appeals process has been updated to reflect a request for a hearing. Here you see an update related to the request for hearing and the requirements of the detailed procedures, enforcement standards, and service requirements. Chapter 3, Subchapter 1 has been both reorganized and modernized to include massage establishment regulations that align with industry standards and state laws, while also establishing updated licensing, operational, inspection, and enforcement standards for such massage establishments. And editorially, in Chapter 3, the removal of sections has resulted in several reserved designations for future code use. Here on this slide, the updated issuing officer definition has been applied for the licensing authority of retail sales of concealable firearms, and clarification is provided that bingo games and requirements are solely governed under Title 11 of the Municipal Code, which you heard at our last meeting. In Chapter 3, Subchapters 19, 22, and 23, references to outdated terminology and provisions have been removed and/or updated to further modernize the provisions of the title. And here, the city manager or designee has been redesignated as the film industry liaison for the city. And finally, outdated local taxicab permitting regulations and provisions were eliminated since they're no longer applicable. And the definition of impounding has been added to Chapter 7, along with health, safety, and accessibility requirements being included as an expansion to required operational standards for sidewalk vending. And as has been done throughout all of the municipal code titles, citations have been revised to fully and accurately reference applicable state and federal laws, specifically here including the California Penal Code and Vehicle Code, and complete citations have been added referencing federal telecommunications laws, ADA, and the California Business Professions Code. This concludes tonight's Title V updates, which serve to provide clarity, consistency, and greater alignment both with current law and city practice. I hope that you found this to be informative, and this concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant City Manager Martin. Are there any questions from the council?
I do have some questions, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you for that presentation. Really appreciate all the work that our legal department has done on the municipal code update over the last several months. There was actually two sections of this update, which I think can be augmented a little more, and that is the permitting of massage parlors and I forget the exact phraseology on page 83 for, I think it was like adult services or adult entertainment something of that nature. There is disqualifying conduct that is listed in the permitting of such activity. And for example, in the massage parlor statute, says any person who has violated in the last 5 years penal code sections for pimping or operating a house of prostitution or soliciting prostitution is disqualified. I think there are many other penal code sections that can be added to that section that would be considered disqualifying conduct, such as Penal Code Section 236.1, human trafficking, 266I, pandering, Penal Code Sections 261, 262, 264.1, and 289, which are various forms of punishment for rape.
What was that last one? Two what?
289.
Thank you.
Section 285, incest. Section 286, sodomy. Section 287, oral copulation. And Section 288, lewd acts on a child. There's also Penal Code Section 647J, which is known as the peeping Tom statute, recording in bathrooms and of that sort. So I think those code sections, violations of those code sections would also qualify under disqualifying conduct to prohibit somebody from obtaining a license for massage parlors or those types of facilities. So I don't know if that's something we just suggest to our legal department when you come back in full with the code update, or if I need to bring that as a separate item. I'm looking for guidance on that.
I have some comments as well.
Do we want to answer his question first?
Yes, so thank you for your question, Councilmember Genoway. The intent of these discussions obviously are to review and then provide any feedback on things that you might agree with or want to see further fleshed out. The City Council has the ability to flesh those things out and add additional reference to penal code. We just want to make sure there's consensus among the council, obviously, to do that. We can bring that back either with the update, or it might even be better if we bring it back at a future meeting and present it that way and then fold it in as part of the first reading in July.
Okay, thank you. And just to give reference to exactly the areas that I think those should be added, it's on page 17 and page 83.
Thank you.
Councilmember Otto, you have some
Thank you.
comments?
Yeah. Didn't mean to come in on your conversation. I just had some other things, and I thought we could work it out together and figure out how best to proceed, because I have some comments as well on this section. Many of the cities around us are doing stricter rules for massage parlors, and we want to make sure we keep up with that, because we don't want to all of a sudden get those massage parlors that are trying to leave other cities, right? So we want to make sure that our rules are strict, and it's really just basically to protect the workers, because what happens is a lot of these young men and women are promised a visa to come to this country, but they're told they need to work in a massage parlor. This is just one example. And they kind of become like indentured servants. So, and then all kinds of things happen in these establishments. So we want to protect them. And I think to give you an idea of some of the things we can do, and you may know that Councilmember Howard Hart in San Juan Capistrano has championed this in South Orange County. And in talking to him, they've really worked out, they've kind of figured out some of the things that we can work on in this ordinance. I'll just give you some ideas. I've got about 7, and these are just things to talk about. These are things to consider. We can have this, keep going with this conversation. The license can only be distributed to the person signing the application. This prevents a kingpin situation. Each certified massage therapist must wear or display their technician photo ID card on their clothing in an openly visible manner during working hours. Possibly consider operating hours to close at 9 instead of 10. No locking doors in interior rooms, only customer entry and exit through the front door. There's a bunch of things. I've got a longer list that we could consider. I'd love for us to consider, but the thing that puts the teeth in it from what I understand, is when when the establishment gets in trouble for violating any number of these laws, that the shopping center landlord may not license another massage parlor for, say, 5 years. That puts the onus on the shopping center, and it's more of a self-policing thing, right? Because they're gonna hopefully hold themselves accountable, right? So it kind of holds them accountable. And so that apparently, from what I'm hearing, is really putting the teeth in these ordinances. So I was gonna suggest that we talk about this in, I think it's June 16th council meeting. If we could have everyone provide input to our staff, and then they could come up with something. And we could do that at the later meeting so that other council members have time to research this, and they could submit their ideas to the manager, and then they could come back with an updated ordinance. That's what I had discussed with staff earlier, but it's just a suggestion. So that's where I'm at. So I do think we need to tighten this up a bit.
Okay, I don't disagree that we can always tighten things up and make it better. I've had that conversation with city manager Letourneau probably 6 months ago. There was an article that had come out, and I wanted to know more about our massage parlors. And my understanding is we do a really good job through our law enforcement of checking on those to keep enforcement there. Obviously, with my background in law enforcement, I too understand sex trafficking and the massage parlor business. I worked Los Angeles, where there really is a lot of that problem. Not that we don't have it in South Orange County, it's definitely here. So I get the needs for this. I appreciate both of you making those comments. Let's move on to Councilmember Winstead. Do you have any comments?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of along the same vein as this with the massage establishment regulations. I appreciate that sections 5-3-1 through 5-3-8 were added to address this. I just see that perhaps in our new section 5-3-4 massage regulations, some language could be added to subsections D and E that would include language, for example, the display of the anti-human trafficking notice. There's language that can be found in both the San Juan Capistrano and San Clemente municipal codes. So don't have to reinvent the wheel. They've got some pretty good code sections there. Already took a look. So San Juan Capistrano Municipal Code, it's section 5-24-08. And I'm specifically referring to subsections A 13 through 19. I think could be, we don't have to include everything, but I think it's something that should be looked at. And then San Clemente Municipal Code section regarding massage establishments, if my colleagues want to look at that, is 0.185 subsections D and E address massage establishments as well. So just things to maybe brainstorm, and I appreciate hearing my fellow council members' feedback regarding that at a future meeting, and not to put them on the spot, but also I value Councilmember Genoway's feedback because of your professional experience in human trafficking with the district attorney's office. So
Thank you. Councilmember Jennings, do you have any comments?
Yes, my only concern if we narrow it down too much, is that going to cause a problem in the future? Like, I mean, what we have is pretty rigid now, the new additions, so I just don't want it to cause problems in the future. Like, well, this wasn't listed, so we can't do X, Y, Z because it wasn't listed. So that's my concern if we get down in the nitty gritty of it all. I like that right now it's broad, so it covers a lot. So that's my concern.
Thank you, Mayor Porto. I think we could go overboard, and I think we want to stay away from that to still allow some flexibility. But if the council does wish to firm this up, as I've heard, we do have the ability to do that and still build in some flexibility.
Okay, a couple points here. I know in our municipal code, we say we refer to the state laws that are in place, and I understand that Councilmember Jenna, what you're stating that they don't cover those in the state one, is that correct? Those areas that you mentioned?
So in the area of the proposal that I mentioned, there are certain criminal convictions that disqualify you from obtaining a permit for a massage parlor. And I'm saying that there are more code sections, more penal code sections that can be added to that, which are very much appropriate. For example, if someone was convicted of lewd acts on a minor, you don't want them operating a massage parlor. And there are some other sections in here that disqualify anybody who has to register as a sex offender pursuant to Penal Code Section 290. However, I know in the state legislature, they're constantly changing the sentencing scheme with regard to sex offender registration under Section 290. And so I think it would be appropriate, and it doesn't really cost us anything, to add these penal code sections that are appropriate for massage parlors. And if I could make one comment with regard to the discussion about bringing up a more robust code with regard to massage parlors, I am really proud that we have a council where everybody is firmly against human trafficking, especially in the area in which we live, because there is a lot of that going on in Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego. Many of you know I spend every day working on these issues as one of 4 prosecutors who is assigned to the Orange County Human Trafficking Task Force. And so I have a little bit of experience in this area, and we can always do more. I know for a fact that the County of Orange has to license massage parlors, and I know that the county works closely with the Sheriff's Department, and I work closely with the Sheriff's Department Vice and Human Trafficking Unit, but they work closely with Laguna Niguel Police Services and police services in every city to ensure that bad actors are not obtaining licenses in these cities. I would like to see if there is an interest in doing more with our municipal code. I'd like there to be some discussions between council members and police services to know what they are doing already so that we are not duplicating procedures and that we have a code section that is truly meaningful and not just duplicative and messaging. So if anybody wants to, and I can work on this, other council members can work on this, but to bring forward a proposal, I think that's worthy of looking at.
Absolutely, and that's why I wanted to look at some guidance on this. How would we bring this back?
Thank
An
you,
agenda item?
Mr. Mayor. I think what would be most appropriate is if I'll reach out to the council tomorrow or on Thursday regarding this and what you individually see as the items in which you'd like to firm up this. The subchapter is located in this title for massage establishments, and then staff will bring that forward in conjunction with City Attorney's Office and Police Services to draft that update based upon the feedback that you provide, and we can present that at the June 16th City Council meeting for your review, and then based upon that discussion, we can fold that into the recodification scheduled for July.
Very good. Anybody else have? Oh, yes, sir.
Could I just
City Attorney.
maybe observe a couple of categories that you've mentioned, confirm that we're on that track, and maybe narrow where we can be. The corporate issue, who gets a license? Councilmember Otto mentioned that. I looked at the draft. Kate Peters is my associate who's been helping on this. We'll think about that some more. On the one hand, you want to know who to call. On the other hand, if it's a large corporation, if it's a line of hotels, you don't want them to say, oh, that was Harry's license, Harry's gone, and then use that to get out of trouble. So let's look at that, because I think there are some ideas there. The other ideas you've mentioned, I think, relate more to the business than to the patron. Just you may change your mind and provide us input on that, but that's what you've said tonight. And I think that's important. Some cities just really have to regulate the patron. That I don't think has been a big problem here. And if somebody after tennis at their hotel or Lifetime Fitness, because they have an amazing spa in there, wants to go in, maybe they don't need to take their birth certificate and present it at the entrance. Although I know they check you in with ID at Lifetime anytime you go in there for their spa. So, but those two categories, we're looking more at the business and more at the corporate issue than regulating the individual patron. I don't think that's been a huge problem here, and it can really kind of stultify business if you do it unwittingly.
Okay, and I have a question for Councilmember Otto. One of the one of the things you talked about was the license for the shopping center. The owner of the shopping center, I think you're saying that they won't be allowed to license a massage parlor in their complex for X number of years if they have a person that violates that.
They will not be permitted to have a massage parlor in their shopping center.
If they violate by having
If-
somebody in there
If
that violates it.
if one of their if they have a massage parlor now and the business gets in trouble for XYZ, whatever, they get in trouble, they break the law. Apparently the teeth in this is like, hey, you did this, we're not going to let you, we're not going to license another one for 5 years, at least, whatever arbitrary, so San Juan is really doing a lot of the work. In fact, in talking to Councilmember Hart today, they're going to be adding some updates to it over the next couple weeks. So it'll be good for our staff to talk to their staff. San Clemente has updated. Laguna Hills and Mission Viejo are both bringing on more restrictive coming up soon. I don't want us to become the easy path, and so does that answer your question?
Yeah, it did. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure I was understanding.
And it's so my point is just to come back is that
So they
to
are
look
more-
at those different ones and see what we think would be the best. Look at what all these, where's the teeth? I mean, we can like micromanage all these things, but I think the teeth is in that. And I think it's important to have those teeth in the ordinance to make it effective. And so maybe look at all these different ones and see what they've done.
Great. And I'm also wanting our police services input on this. I think that you're hands-on, day in and day out for the massage parlors we have here and any issues we may have. When I asked about it about 6 months ago, I was told that we don't truly, not that there isn't here, not that we don't realize what's going on because there is sex trafficking everywhere, but we don't seem to have that big an issue with it here. But we definitely want to tighten up things to make sure that we don't get that. Like Councilmember Otto said, we don't want to be the easy path if all others are becoming more strict. But I just want to make sure we get your input as the law enforcement side of this for that June 18th as well. Great.
Mr.
Okay.
Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Can I have one more word on this? For everybody watching this discussion, I just want to tell you the only reason we are discussing this is because we are spending this year going through an update of every portion of our municipal code. And this happens to be the night that we are talking about business permits. And a large section of the update concerns permitting of such places like massage parlors. And it's one of the newer sections that we had a robust update. And so I just want to let you know, there's no particular event that caused this discussion other than us going through our entire municipal code over this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, if I can just kind of wrap everything up and talk about next steps. So this week, staff will reach out to the council, ask for your considerations for input to firm up the subchapter as it relates to massage establishments. We will, again, work in communication and coordination with police services and the city attorney's office to draft up, based upon your feedback and that of the cities that were mentioned, and provide that at the June 16th City Council meeting for consideration.
Very good. I kind of like the fact that we're going through the municipal code section by section. We seem to find something unique on every one. When you think this is the business section, you don't expect to have a lot there. One of the prior ones on agriculture or whatever, we had some issues. So it's interesting to see what pops up that we can take a look at and we can actually do better for our residents. So it's good we're doing this. I now will open public comments. City Clerk, are there any public comments on this?
There are none.
Thank you. I'll now close public comments. I'll now take any final discussion from the council. I think we've discussed this one quite well. Okay, thank you. No additional action was taken on this item. This concludes our discussion items. We'll now move on to City Council, City Manager, and Department reports. City Assistant City Manager Martin, do you have any reports tonight?
There are no reports this evening. Thank you.
Great. Seeing that there are no other reports, we are now adjourned at 7:42. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have council members. Okay. Sorry, I skipped the council members. All right, we'll start with Councilmember Otto.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that great discussion on that last item. I just want to say how much fun it was to go to the Citizens Academy graduation. If you ever have an opportunity to get involved and be a part of the Citizens Academy that the Sheriff's Department does, it is a really fun experience. I did it many years ago. And not only do you learn a lot about the Sheriff's Department and the work they do, and you get to talk to our deputies one-on-one, but you build a sense of community there. And it was really evident in this year's class how much they enjoyed being together and how much community they built. So good job to our police services for doing a good job on that. And congratulations to all the residents that were involved with that. I'm wearing blue today because I just came from Dana Hills, so I'm wearing Dana Hills blue. They had their senior awards ceremony tonight, and I just want to wish a congratulations to Ivan Caudillo, Miranda Terrell, Miguel Flores, Miguel Lopez, Azul Salgado, and Vanessa Pacheco, 6 Dana Hill High School grads who all received the Hidden Hills First Generation Scholarship. We had 6 people apply for this scholarship that I started, and I work with Principal Sandy Godbout from Hidden Hills Elementary, and also longtime teacher Jamie Russell. We had 6 apply, and we had a last-minute rush to try to make sure everybody got a scholarship, and we're really proud that they all got a scholarship. It is for kids who went to Hidden Hills, who parents did not go to college, so it's first generation, and they can go to college or a trade school. It's their choice. And each of them received $1,300. So congratulations to all of them. Thank you so much. That's my report.
Thank you. We'll go to Councilmember Genoway.
Just want to say I'm really looking forward to the Memorial Day ceremony on Monday, as we look forward to that event every year. And want to thank the Parks and Recreation staff. I got my summer concerts magnet and my summer concert sticker that's going to go in my water bottle. I'm ready for summer. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the concerts. Thank you.
Councilmember Winstead.
Yeah, just wanted to add that summer trolley service starts up on Thursday. So take the trolley and also go to the concerts. And insider tip for parking at the concerts, park here at City Hall and take the free shuttle over to the concerts.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Jennings.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Police Services for your exceptional awards banquet for our Citizens Academy. That was wonderful, and everybody was so happy, and they were very invested, and you really are changing the culture of the city. So thank you. Thank you for your time for doing that. I know it's late nights for your staff, so I just truly appreciate it, and I know our community does as well. We also attended the Laguna Niguel Little League closing ceremony. So we just want to congratulate the players, coaches, volunteers, and all the families who made the season such a success. Little League is about so much more than just baseball. It teaches teamwork, perseverance, sportsmanship, and confidence. So thank you to our volunteers and league leadership who dedicates countless hours to creating memorable experiences for our youth. And to all the players, we are so proud of you, of your hard work, growth, and love of the game. It was so neat to see them get special awards and being recognized, and the kids had a blast, so that was wonderful. And finally, as Councilmember Genoway mentioned, we approach Memorial Day. So I encourage all of us to take a moment to remember the true meaning of this important day. Memorial Day is a time to honor and remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Their courage and selflessness have protected the freedoms we enjoy every day. As families gather for the holiday weekend, may we also pause in gratitude for those who gave everything to our nation, for our nation, and keeping their loved ones in our thoughts. We also invite you to join us on Monday, May 25th at noon at Sea Country Senior and Community Center as we honor and remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you. So everybody's pretty much covered everything that I would wanted to speak about, which is great. I do want to thank Police Services for the Citizens Academy. You guys go above and beyond. You do your regular duty, and then at night, you're taking care of teaching our residents. When the residents are done with that program, they have a whole different light on what law enforcement's all about and what we do day in and day out. You do, I'm retired, but what you do day in and day out to protect us. So I really appreciate that you do that for us. It's a wonderful event, and you guys don't have to, but you do put the time in to make sure it's done right. So thank you very much for that. The Little League, I want to thank President Vincent Makuch and his staff. Fabulous job, the closing ceremonies. We didn't get to do the opening day ceremony, but the closing ceremony was fantastic. We had a great time, and they put on a great party. I want to remind everybody, it's already been said, but the memorial service on the 25th, I hope to see everybody there. It's a wonderful event. It's solemn. It's to remember those that gave their lives so that we have the freedoms that we have to live the way we do here in this United States. So I want to emphasize that I wish and hope everybody shows. We have a great turnout, but I truly want to see a lot more show up and show their appreciation for our fallen. With that said, my wife and I were in DC from the 13th to the 15th of this month for Police Week. For those of you that don't know what that is, every year DC puts on a service that lasts all week long, remembering those police officers that gave the ultimate sacrifice. My wife was the head of the DEA for 12 years. She lost a lot of agents in the United States as well as Afghanistan, and that's a time for us to go back and remember, see their families, see their children that have grown up that we put through college or a trade, and remember the sacrifice that they give. So we do that every year. I missed it last year. It's the first time in probably 25 years that I've missed it. It's a wonderful event. It's so solemn and so appreciative for what law enforcement does every single day. Like I say, every time I see you and thank you, everything that we go to, we don't realize you're there. That's how good a job you've done to keep us safe. So we appreciate that, and please keep that up. God bless and be safe. Okay, now, thank you. Seeing there are no other reports, we'll now adjourn at 7:50. Thank you and have a great evening.